We are the heartbeat of Seattle.
Good morning. How are you today? First off, I wanted to thank you for stopping by. Second, I know that it's awful difficult going through these times with the coronavirus and everything. I get it. It's not an easy thing to deal with, being stuck at home. For those that actually do follow the rules, you are stuck at home. Everybody else that doesn't care, they're out there enjoying what they consider to be their freedom. And that's fine. I mean, I get it. Nobody likes being cooped up in a house or an apartment or a condo. And you want to go outside, you want to see the fresh air, smell the fresh air, you want to enjoy yourself. That's fine too. I totally get it. I do. But what do you do if you want to go out there and enjoy your freedom, and supposing you have the coronavirus and you don't know that you have it, and you give it to somebody else, and you didn't know that you gave it to somebody else because you didn't want to stay at home? Like I've seen people go to the store for lottery tickets, or go for cigarettes. That's not an essential item. But anyway, I didn't want to harp on that. What I actually wanted to do a video for, and I haven't done one in a few days, well, several days. But what I wanted to do was, I wanted to talk about Seattle permanently closing 20 miles of street. Now that sounds great. It does. Open it up for people that want to bike, for people that want to walk, for people that want to just get around and do stuff. That sounds great on paper. But regardless of where those 20 miles are at, even if they are not necessary, citizens that love to drive and love congestion and love to be stuck in traffic and love to have a reason to complain and yell and argue and have road rage, for those people that love that, and you know who you are because you constantly get into that trouble, and then after it's over you constantly complain about it, but the next day you're right back into it. For those people, they are going to have a conniption fit. And I know they will because I know Seattle. And I know the new Seattle. Not the old Seattle, but the new Seattle. The new and improved Seattle. Anyway, it says here, Seattle residents will have more space to exercise and bike on as the city plans to permanently close 20 miles of streets to most vehicular traffic. The mayor announced this on Thursday, which was yesterday. The Stay Healthy Streets initiative started in April to temporarily provide more space for residents to get out of the house and exercise while maintaining social distancing during the pandemic. Seattle Mayor Jenny A. Durkin said Thursday that the closures will be permanent. Safe and healthy streets are an important tool for families in our neighborhoods to get outside, get some exercise, and enjoy the nice weather, Durkin said. Over the long term, these streets will become treasured assets in our neighborhoods. Well, after you get used to it, anything can become treasured, but it's getting used to it that's the problem. People are encouraged to skate, walk, jog, bike, and roll down the closed streets. Only vehicular traffic from delivery drivers, first responders, sanitation crews, and residents are allowed access. Well, if you're living on that street, then yeah, but if you have to go through that street to get to another neighborhood, that's going to be kind of bad. We've witnessed a 57% drop in vehicular traffic volumes accessing downtown Seattle during Governor Inslee's Stay Healthy, Stay Home order. SDOT said in a news release. Well, yeah, people are staying home, so yeah, you're going to have a drop in vehicular traffic. That doesn't mean that people are just not using the roads anymore. They're not using the roads because they were told to stay at home. finding new and creative ways like stay healthy streets to maintain some of these traffic reductions as we return to our new normal is good for the planet, but is also good for our long-term fight against COVID-19. Now, Seattle is overrun with residents. Seattle is overpopulated, and it keeps getting it gets more overpopulated every day. Pretty soon, you're going to have people on top of people. You're going to have people bumping into each other. Blah blah blah. I know I said blah blah blah, but the only reason I'm saying that is because Seattle will not, and I don't even know if it's possible to do this, close off the city to new transplants. You got people coming in every day. It's not like you're on a city bus. When the city bus gets too crowded, the bus driver can turn on a sign that says, drop-offs only. No pickups. People are angry. They want to get on the bus. They see that it's overcrowded, and people in the front of the bus are so connected to the person behind them that they've ended up on the Maury Povich show. The city also announced it will accelerate construction of bike infrastructure to provide more mobility options for residents in Seattle begins the process on reopening. It is kind of bold actions we need. This is the kind of bold action we need to encourage healthy options for recreating and traveling in our city. Recreating. I said recreating. Recreating and traveling in our city as we deal with our current crisis and discourage a return to high-level traffic and associated pollution and injuries as we move into recovery. Now, the only really, really good thing about this coronavirus stay-at-home order, the coronavirus in itself is really bad, but there are some benefits that can happen from it if the cities take the time to do their work. What I mean by that is like Seattle. While there are hardly anybody on the roads, the Seattle City Council could be working on ways to, like they're doing with the 20 miles of roads being cut off from public traffic. They could find other things that need to be worked on too, so whenever they open up, they're not stuck with their finger in their butt trying to figure out what to do next. They already have it accomplished. But see, I don't think the city council really wants to do any work. I think the city council loves the title of council person, and the mayor loves the title of mayor. They love getting that money. They love hobnobbing with people. They like going to fancy places and dinners and galas and things, but I don't really think they want to do any work attached to it. They figured they could just pass it off to the next council and the next mayor's office, and they will deal with it accordingly. But everybody does the same thing. They pass the buck. But yeah, it says here, it is the kind of bold actions we need to encourage healthy options for recreating and traveling in our city. All these actions together will help Seattle come back a safe, healthy, and more climate-friendly city. Maybe. I pray. I got my fingers crossed. I think it'll work, but I don't know for sure. If you have an idea on this, if you know something I don't, put it in the comments below. Also, if you like my videos and you want to give them a big old like and a big old thumbs up, please do so. That would be really great. Also, hit the subscribe button. It's just right down here. On that note, I will let you go. I pray that everybody is healthy, and I pray for the ones that have passed away, the families of the ones who have passed away. I pray for the ones that are sick. I pray that you get through this. The cities and the residents that are on the skids due to not being able to go to work, I pray for you. I pray that the states and the cities and the towns would make a safe recovery. I pray for the government that the House and the Senate would have the conscience and the ability to do what's right. I pray for the president and the vice president and everybody connected to the White House that they would finally do what they know to be right if they have the ability to do so. I also pray for all the countries, everybody that's been wiped out by this pandemic. I pray for you and your families. Remember, we are trying to make Seattle and the world better tomorrow than yesterday by doing the best we can today. Have a good afternoon, Seattle, America, and all points beyond.